It's an honor having you here. We are going to be talking about playing guitar. We're going to be talking about compositions, about theory, about motivation, about emotions, about techniques, about everything. I wanted to ask, since we just came on stage, do you have any routines, anything that you always do before a show?
I always tune up. I will spend time tuning and playing, you know.
So you play backstage, right? You warm
all
up.
the time, yeah. When I practice what I need to practice, but before, you know, I play songs because that's what I do. When I walk out on stage, I play songs, you know. I'm a storyteller without words, right? And I try to entertain people. I will use anything I can to give you a good time. I bang my head on the microphone. I play my guitar with a brush. I do all this stuff, you know, and I say to the audience, this next piece is very beautiful, and I have performed it in front of the Prince of Wales, the Duke of Edinburgh, and many other pubs, you know? So, and this is... This is all in the name of entertainment, of giving you a good time. So I use my skills, my experience, my knowledge, my energy, my love. I'll do anything to give you a good time because I know that's why I'm here. That's why I'm on planet Earth, is because when I play, something happens to you and I don't know what it is. It's not me. But it's something that happens when I play. And that's a great reason to get out of bed. Yeah.
Actually, this is something that I wanted to ask way later, but it fits just so perfectly. It just popped up right in my mind. I've heard you talking about work-life balance a couple of years ago. And I was wondering if that kind of work that you describe as the purpose for getting out of bed and for being alive, is that the I don't know, the motivation to keep that balance, right? Is that something that helps to stay sane?
Well, I don't know if I have a balance. All I know is that when I'm working, I'm working.
Okay.
When I go home, I'm home.
Okay.
When I'm with my children, I'm 100% with my children.
Okay.
But when I play the show, I'm 100% for my audience and for my calling, my craft, my whatever you want to call it. You know, and I try to make a balance within that. You know. It's pretty impossible to keep one foot on tour and the other foot in your home with your family, you know? And it's just not an easy life for other people. But for me, I've never done anything else since I was a little boy. I started playing when I was 4, and by the time I was 6, we were already playing shows and we were already professional. We got ourselves on TV, we got on radio, and we were part of many wonderful musical things. But we were already on the road, you know. So, and what I'm doing today, you know, I'm touring around Germany, playing concerts in very nice halls to wonderful people. This is a boy's dream come true. That's what this is. This is my dream coming true because of not giving up, because of hard work, but because of the love that happens when I play. Something is out of my realm. It's on another level, and I don't know what it is, but all I know is that that's what I need to do, and it comes. It comes at a heavy price because I can't, you know, just have a normal home life. Although when I'm home nowadays, I tend to lead a quiet life and I visit my neighbors and I get together with other players, and we go to a music store and play every guitar in the store.
Yes. So it's not only us; it's you too.
Oh,
It's good to know.
absolutely. Yeah. I come home from tour. What's the first thing I do?
Yeah.
I go down to the Guitar Center and see what's new, and yeah, yeah.
This is crazy. Talking about purpose in life and everything, I see those letters on your guitar, the 12th fret, and I am aware of it.
Corny
This
guitar
is-
player.
Corny. Certified guitar player.
Uh-huh.
Named by your hero, I guess it's fair to say, Chet Atkins.
Absolutely. He was not only a great hero of mine, and then he showed so many of us the way. But he was a great mentor, and he was a great friend, and really he was a great daddy.
Wow.
In so many ways, you know. So I was
How
just
did this
as
happen? Like,
well. Back in the 80s, Chet was at a time in his life and in his career where he thought, you know, people go to college for 4 years and they get letters after their name. They're a professor of this and a you know, certified practicing accountant, and they're a doctor of music and all this stuff,
doctor,
right?
This and that, yeah.
Yeah. And he said, and people like him and I and many others, we spend our entire life being dedicated to this and trying to bring people together through this music, and we have nothing really apart from applause to show for it, you know? And so he made this proclamation that somebody who does that needs to have some kind of letter after their name. So he came up with this idea of the certified guitar player. And I want to tell you that I saw the original document, and of the 50 states in America, 50 governors signed off on it.
No
Yeah,
way.
I saw it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is actually 100%
100%
official.
official,
Yeah.
yes. So, but of course, I never expected anything like that. And it was just something he wanted to do. He's that kind of guy, you know.
Wow.
So the very first one was him, of course, and he started signing Chet A, CGP, right? And Gibson started putting CGP on his guitar and all that stuff. But then Jerry Reed was the first guitar player that he reached out to give that award to. And then John Knowles. Oh, wow. And John Knowles is, he came to Nashville giving up a really lucrative job at Texas Instruments. He's a scientist, a physicist. Yeah. He gave up that job so he could come and document all Chet's arrangements and arrange songs and write them out. And so he wrote the first book on Jerry Reed style, and he wrote all the books on Chet and everything. So. And he's a lot like Chet as a person. Yeah. So he was the next one. And then Steve Wariner, who had like 40 #1 records and all that. He was an amazing writer and a player, and he's better than ever right now. And so he gave him the award. And then Paul Yandel, who played guitar with Chet for about 30 years, he was the last one. So I'm kind of the... I'm the youngest one, and I'm the last one. Wow. So you can only be given this award by the Chet Atkins Foundation, and he's gone now. So I'm the last.
You've mentioned improvisation and changing things when you're in the mood, when you feel like it's happening. Then you change a lot of your arrangements of your solo sections, even just change little things just to keep yourself and the audience entertained, right?
Wow.
How would you describe the way you use improvisation? Is it something that just happens and you just let it go, or is it something that depends on the day, really?
Improvisation is something you got to practice the same as playing the song, right? Yeah. So my way of practicing improvisation is I'll just take like a blues changes, you know, like a shuffle or something like that, and I'll just keep going up in semitones. So
Oh, wow.
say if I start in G. Right, so I'm just making stuff up.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, it's a combination of. I think I'm a piano player and a big band while I'm playing. So I'm going.
I've heard some upright bass there.
Yeah, I'm
Totally.
Sometimes in guitar boogie, which I purposely play in the show sometimes to give me a chance to just kind of stretch out.
Yeah.
And sometimes, depending on the PA, I'm able to get those something. So I'm not going to break all that down for you because it's all gone.
Wait.
I only played it once and it's gone.
The third note. No. Just kidding.
You know, it's if you want to learn some really incredible ideas to improvise over, there are two people in particular that I send you to. First of all, Ella Fitzgerald's scat solos are some of the best solos I've ever heard. And Oscar Peterson's piano, right hand especially, yeah. If you want to learn some real great stuff, of course, there are thousands of great people out there, you know. But, you know, when I'm playing melodies and songs, especially known songs like Somewhere Over the Rainbow or Mona Lisa or stuff like that, I always try to imagine and hear the singer in my mind, you know. So like when I play, I'm just going to when I play Mona Lisa, when I play Mona Lisa, I try to hear Nat King Cole's voice and some of his phrasing and stuff, you know. And a singer doesn't always sing right on the beat. And a singer doesn't stop at the end of this. Sometimes a singer will let the note go over into the next thing. A singer has to take a breath. A singer has to get the point of the song across, you know. So I'll just play a little bit of Mona Lisa, and then I'll show you some of the ideas that really helped me. So, let me just point out a couple of little details. First of all, a trick I learned from listening to Chet Atkins was if you want to make a sound like a singer and a harmony singer, two voices, instead of playing most people would go. That's just playing downstrokes. But actually, to make it sound sweeter, we do it the other way. So the melody goes first, the harmony's a little bit late.
So you upstroke.
It's upstroke, yeah, because it's like the Everly Brothers or something, you know. It's a beautiful sound, right? So, you know, doesn't want to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa. I move the harmony up. And their vocal. I'm not a singer, so I can't do that. And I go, Mona Lisa. That needs to be a little longer than the other phrases and a little sweeter. Because that's the song title, it's the lady's name, and it's where the real heart of this song is. So in order to get that, I got to bend 2 strings with my little finger and my third. So like.
And also the G string goes up a full step.
The G string goes up as well.
The B goes up half step, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the country double bend thingy.
Exactly, yeah.
On an acoustic, wow.
Yeah,
My
don't
finger
see it.
breaks just by looking at you doing it.
Yeah, so there's things like that, you know. And also, I just want to point out, I listened to Nat King Cole sing this song a lot, and I tried to get some of his phrasing and stuff like that. So there's a passage in it, many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. That's the first time. But the second time, he doesn't do that. He goes, they just lie there and they die there. It's just a little change in the melody, but it's so effective. It's stuff like that. So I'm using that first note as the harmonic, and they die. It's still ringing. Then I resolve it. Da, da, da. Mona Lisa. So you see what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that vocal approach with the melody, and that's what makes the playing have feeling and expression, and that's what you want. If you're not doing those kind of things, then you will sound like Pedro down at the Mexican restaurant, you know. So anyway, just thought I'd let you know that. Anyway,
yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. But every time you cover a song, or I hear you play another famous song, it just sounds like a full band, which is technique and everything, but also the soul inside. Like you can actually see the singer singing the song, even though it's your pinky or whatever is playing the melody line, which is beautiful. What I wanted to ask about music theory is that you play amazing jazz, blues, country, bluegrass, whatever. But you said that you don't write music.
Don't ask me too many theory questions.
How does that work? It's because I would love to be able to play 10% of what you just randomly, instantly harmonize and use and
thank you. Well,
even though I learned theory, so that's the
okay. Well, I've never had a great desire to understand the theory of it because I was too busy being flabbergasted by the beauty of it and the power of it. You know.
So it's hear what you want to play.
I've had no lessons ever. I don't read music. Everything I'm making it up. You know, and I'm trying to like the other day I went to see 2 young guitar players. Now these guys, both of them are younger than, one was 22, the other one is 17, I think. And the guy who was 17 is the son of a very dear friend of mine. He played some stuff and I had to go up to him and say, could you film that for me and show me that? You know, it was just like, I'm still looking. You know, I'm still looking at it going, what is that? So, you know, you got to have your ears open and find what interests you, you know. So, you know, I've listened to everybody as much as I can to give me ideas that I can draw from with the guitar. And so I never really think about theory. I remember the first time I was doing a masterclass at Berklee College of Music in Boston. And so it's really strange. I'm in a room with 400 students, and I'm the only musician in the room who can't read music. And I'm the instructor. Right. And a young man said to me, he stood up and he said, I really love how you use that Mixolydian blah, 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 blah. And I said, I did? You know, I don't know what, I know what it is, but I can't name it.
Yeah.
You know, and you know.
So would you recommend people to try to use their
Of
hearing
course.
and learn that by the sound of it more
Well,
than
you can
just
do both, you know.
Yeah, obviously.
I can't read, but a lot of people can.
Yeah.
And I really admire that. I remember the first time that I saw a guitar player, they put music in front of him and he went, "Du-du-du-du," I was like, holy hell.
Wow.
Wow.
It's
you know?
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. So I really admire that, but I can't do it. I tried many times and it just won't sink in, you know.
It's weird because if you don't do it at the same time, like you can learn the theory and be able to play all the modal scales and all the all the 9s and 11s and 6 9s, but if you don't hear how it should be used,
but it's
then
different.
you'll never use it.
It's different for everyone. If you hear B.B. King talking about what he plays, you know, he doesn't need to know what a Mixolydian mode sounds like. He just needs to play like B.B. King, and we're all happy. And so is him, right?
Yes.
But what I was going to say is, he sees it this way. He's playing a tune, and he goes. Like that, plays a few lines like that, and he says, "It's just a conversation. It's two people having a conversation, you know." And Larry Carlton described it so beautifully. He said it's like it's a call and an answer, you know. So Larry's one of the great. If you want to learn some great ideas, Larry Carlton is one of the greatest to listen to and to emulate, you know, because the thing is, we all start out emulating somebody. It's just nature's way, you know. We didn't just make this up. We stole it from all the people who did it before, and they stole it from someone else. It's just like a language. We hand it on, you know, and because we're all individuals, it comes out sounding like us. You know, thank God for that. Otherwise, I'd be out of a job. And all the people I stole from would be wanting me to go to jail. No. But, you know, there's so many good people. And we're living in an age where everything is laid out for you. If you remember, when I was a little boy and I'm trying to learn these songs, I only had two ways of learning it. One was the record, and the other was the radio. And you better get it pretty quickly if it's on radio, because it may not be played again till tomorrow. You know what I mean? So my brother Phil, rest his soul, my brother Phil had such a great ear, and he's a little older than me, so he would already work out the melody. He could hear something and play it back to you like that, you know? And he taught me how to recognize the chords, you know? Once I get a note, yeah, like Paul McCartney singing Yesterday, we know that song is in F. Even though he's playing the guitar in a G position, it's tuned down, so he's in F. So yesterday, right? So, you know, so we get the relationship of that. To the relationship between the other chords and that root note. So if I want to move that up, so I'm on G. So what's another chord that I can play there? C, D, you know, I can get the relationship between the root note and other chords. And after a while, your mind figures out how to do that if you do it enough. So I don't read music. I had no teacher, and I learned from listening to records and on the radio. So now when people send me all the tabs for their latest fabulous music, I hate to tell them that, first of all, I'm not going to read tabs, and secondly, I'm not interested in reading tabs. Send me a recording, and I'll have a listen to it. So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
So,
I love listening to your playing, obviously, as we all do. What is okay. What is really fascinating about how you play acoustic guitar is that I said this before we sat down here with the audience. I can totally imagine just removing the acoustic guitar and putting a semi-hollow or maybe just a solid body electric guitar, and you would just keep continuing playing the same way, would sound the same right. To me, a lot of your playing is like a bridge between typical electric guitar players and like the very traditional steel string acoustic players. It's a really interesting, exciting mix somehow.
Thank you.
Well, and a lot of that has to do with, I think, with the flexibility, thumb pick, flat pick, fingerstyle, hybrid picking.
Well, talking about technique here, let me tell you that I started playing fingerstyle guitar with a straight pick because I didn't know Chet Atkins was using a thumb pick. So my first things were like this, right? Right? I did all that stuff. Right? That's with a straight pick. And then I saw a Chet Atkins record, and I noticed that he had a thumb pick on. So I started doing it that way, using the thumb to play all the backing and that. And then as the years went by and I'm playing a lot with my brother, and we become a duo, there were times when he would just throw a solo at me, and I didn't have time to pop my thumb pick off and pick up my straight pick to flat pick. So I had to work out how to flat pick with a thumb pick. Yeah. And that was, nobody was doing that. In fact, Richard Smith and myself are the only two people I know who do this. I don't know any other players who are interested in doing it, but like so, being able to do that. Yeah, it's still the same sound, but I can go like when I play Doc's guitar. I just immediately go into the flat picking part of Black Mountain Rag and put that in there,
Do you have like a special shape for the
No,
tip?
I've just got a pocket full of them, and
just
I find that
whatever it is.
Yeah. It's really weird being me, man, because depending on the weather and all this is the size of my thumb.
Yeah, right.
Like today, this thumb pick's really fitting well, and I can feel that if I start really laying the thumb in, that it's not going to fly off.
Yeah.
But like last night, this thumb pick was way too loose on me. So
okay.
I had to find a tight one because my thumb was smaller last night. Go figure. Yeah. But, so I've got I'll show you. Here's what's in my pocket.
Wow.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 thumb picks and 6 picks.
And all different sizes?
Just to make sure, because sometimes I'll hear a pick with an edge and it'll drive me crazy. Yeah. So I'll have to turn, and then eventually I'll give it to somebody. Right. So I'm talking about this one here. This is my signature pick.
Wow. Yeah.
See that?
It's very flat. I think you can see it. Very round.
It's based on David Grisman's mandolin pick, but it has
warm sound too.
It has a big and sweet sound, you know. So you kind of hear in the guitar. You're not really hearing the pick. When people play with a thin pick, you hear more pick than you do guitar, you know. So.
Full-bodied sound.
Yeah, so I kind of work with both, and people are often saying, "What determines whether you use a straight pick or you use a thumb pick, or you use no pick at all? It's the song, you know. What's right for the song? Let's play something without any pick for a moment, and so here's a little song of mine called "Song for a Rainy Morning," and so. Now I'm going to play this song. It's a gentle song, and I'm going to play it with no pick. I will now take the bass down a little bit on my guitar, bring a tiny bit more mid-range in, and play gentle. And all of a sudden, it's a different vibe. So listen to this. Vielen Dank, liebe deutsche Kumpels.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I could go on and ask you about guitar setups and other techniques and everything, but our time is limited. But I want to ask one more thing about your guitar and the setup a little bit, because this pickup is special. I would like to know how much relief you like on the neck, how close the strings are to the frets, and just generally your
people are always asking me, what's the height of my action? What's the width? But I have not a clue. I don't know. All I know is when it's not right, it's not right.
But
you know what I mean?
It's fairly close normally,
no,
right?
The action, you can see the action, it's
about 2 millimeters at the 12th fret, in case anyone wants to know.
Yeah. but basically, all these guitars, these are my three guitars, and they have exactly the same pickup and mic system as all these Matins behind me. It's exactly what you get when you buy the guitar. This is the pickup and mic system. And so I want to tell you how I run it so you can get the sound. First of all, you need to run it full out. 10 on 10.
11.
Okay? If it goes to 11, put it there. No. So, okay, so there's a separate control for for the piezo pickup and for the microphone. I mean, of course, you can see I'm covering the hole here, right? But I can take it off, and the sound is still pretty much exactly the same. But as soon as I put this over the hole, sounds the same, doesn't it? Except that it won't feed back when I turn the mic up. So my piezo is on 10, my microphone is on 10, my master volume is on 10, right? So the treble is like over 3/4, the bass is over 3/4, and then it has a sweepable mid-range. And the first control is the frequencies. So I just dial in, like you'll turn it until it clicks. That's the halfway mark. That's a bit of everything, right? So put that in there. And then the other control is the amount of mid-range. So if I've taken the mid-range out, now listen. Hear it? Right, so you don't want it to sound like this, because people will think you've switched to Takamine. And so you don't want to do that. No. I'm only kidding. Touche. No, I'm only kidding. So, yeah, you want to find, like, when I play a song like I just played, I'm playing gentle. I want the melody to sound right. So I just bring a little bit more mid-range into it, you know, and then I can... And if I play a song where I'm kind of thumping the bass a little, then I'll use it about here. So the bass is tight and big, and then when I play the melody, can't stop now. Yeah, so movie. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the kind of settings, and I'm just playing straight into my amp. What you're hearing is my guitar direct into my amp, which is part of my signal that I use when I play concerts. The other signal I have is an AER preamp, and it sits here, and I go from, this is my one pedal on stage. It's a tuner that mutes. That's it. I don't do any effects on stage. My man Steve, who's sitting right up there, that's Mr. Steve Law. Say hello to him. There he is. Yeah. Steve does all my effects. If a song needs a reverb that's really wide and spacious and has delay, and he does all that stuff. If I do a song like Lewis and Clark, where they on the record we did a delay kind of mirroring the melody line, he'll do that from back there. But you see, I don't work to a set list. I walk out on stage and having made up my mind what I'm going to start with, and that's about it. You know, the rest of it is made up, the same as all what we're doing right now. This is all made up, all right? So
I think you're the only person on this planet who does that, who has the courage to go on stage and we'll see. I mean, jazz musicians will improvise whatever, but not having like a plan, crazy.
Right. Well, if I work with a band or an orchestra, then I'll they need to know what's coming next. But when I play my solo show, I can switch gears at any time. You know, every night Zach, my lighting director, says to me, "Well, what are we starting with?" You know, and he'll keep pressuring me until I give him at least the first 3 songs. And then sometimes I'll change it at the last second, you know.
Just to keep him awake.
Yeah. Well,
Are you still listening? Ah.
yeah, but he's with me on it, you know. And so you know, it's really about, you know, I have a repertoire that I can draw on that's been building for the last 50 years of my playing life. And so, you know, of course I'm excited to play new songs to the audience, you know, but also, you know, I remember the times that I didn't play classical gas and Beatles stuff and stuff like that. I was out signing autographs and a guy come up with his two sons and I'd given flesh and blood that night, you know, really had a great show and everyone had a great time. But this guy wanted to say, you know, I just drove 500 miles and I bragged about you playing classical gas all the way here to my sons and you didn't play it, you know, and I felt so bad.
Ouch.
But
Yeah.
I said, well, I'll probably play it tomorrow night, you know. I don't know, you know, so, but that's just how it is. Let me tell you, when people say to me, you know, what's the formula for success? I don't know, but I can tell you how to fail. Try to please everyone.
Yeah.
That's how you fail.
Yeah. So true. Yeah.